we've tried and tried to sell the projects like you're doing, where, hey, we've got a great deal, you can make a ton of money, but you got to do all the work. And nobody has said yes to us yet, to the point where Don's like, you can't wholesale something in Puerto Rico. I'm like, yes, you can. But,
Yep.
but if you fix it, they will buy it. And especially if you fix it and get it cash flowing. Selling the cash flowing stuff is just infinitely easier than selling the project that someone's got to actually go do the heavy lift. Yep, there it is.
I like that.
That looks really good.
I try selling this to a plastic surgeon or something.
It's a video. Are you guys able to see the whole?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm not sure because I have a full screen over here, so I don't.
I like it.
You know, I also, you know, I was also between the idea of getting, you know, of doing just 2 commercial units, since, you know, the top part is, it's already divided in you know, units and apartments, but
I think the way you have it, you can have either multiple doctors bid for the same project, or where'd it go?
no, my bad, I stopped sharing.
Multiple doctors bid for the project. There's just convert whatever units you have upstairs into whatever type of offices they need. You know, like if downstairs is general consultation and upstairs is like prepping for surgery or something, like, you know, these plastic surgeons, and maybe you could do something like that.
And sell the whole building just like a one.
Pull your seat.
Not emphasize the whole.
I doubt there's doctors that want to live in the same building that they work, because they don't want to be found after they're done.
Yeah, that's a full-time job then. They never sleep. People are knocking on their door every second of the day.
It's like the vet that lives in the same place he works. They're gonna find
that doctor. Yeah, we're hoping to get that approved then from the bank as soon as I get all those quotes together.
Let me send you Carmen's name before I forget. You got questions, Robert?
No, I mean, I love the rendering. I like to see the progress of it. So it still sounds to me like you're trying to wholesale the deal.
Yeah, basically,
That's
I can
ideal for you.
either wholesale. You know, it's an easier process. But you know, I'm willing to go all the way, obviously.
Yeah. I think you're going to sell it to a doctor as well. I agree. So I'd talk to Carmen. No, I mean, look, it seems like a fun deal. And when do you have to close on? When are you going to get to the point where you're feeling like, hey, if I don't come up with the money and buy this thing, if I don't have it sold and I'm going to have to do the project, how long do you have?
I have till the end. Today I just got extended till the end of July, so I got 30 days. Which
you seem pretty relaxed for a guy who's only got 45 days.
It's literally like I said, I can finish. You know, I can go through with the entire project. I'm prepared to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm just waiting. I'm not entirely relaxed. I'm just literally been stuck on the same, you know, electricity and Luma consultation for the last 2 weeks. So I finally accepted it's out of my hands for now.
Yeah.
But the electrician confirmed it shouldn't be more than, you know, this Friday that they go visit the property. So it should be, the thing is that they have to go visit the property to confirm that the energy or the load, right, that I'm going to be, you know, needing for the design that you
Nelson, have you also posted it in the RIA group?
Yeah, I posted it just once, but I haven't posted it to render yet.
Dude, you should be posting this thing every day until someone
on Facebook Marketplace with that rendering. Yeah. I mean, I'd full court press trying to wholesale the deal, while probably simultaneously full court press trying to figure out how to fund it if I had to go with it. You've got 45 days, so you probably have 20 days before you've got to make that decision. Once you get past, you know, you got to close in 25 days, you got to jump on the phone, dial for dollars and fund your deal, right? So you're going to have to, that would be the cutoff for me. I'd give myself 3 weeks to wholesale the deal, and I'd be blasting it everywhere. And then if that doesn't happen, you got to figure out how to pay for it. Because I mean, this is your baby you've been working on for a while. You're not going to give up on it. So you've decided, if you're like me, I'm going to buy this thing. Whether I can wholesale it, I would walk away, but you're going to buy it. So I feel like that's where you're at. And so keep bringing it and keep following us. Or are you making posts inside of Apex? Has anybody had a conversation with you about it at all?
I posted it once at Apex. I think it was right after the last meeting that I was in.
Yeah.
But I just literally got the render done, so I'm not really. I haven't really have I didn't want to post it without the render.
Now's
So I
the
really
time
don't have pretty pictures of it. Huh?
Now's the time for massive action. We call it.
Yeah.
I posted
everything everywhere. It should be in every chat.
Tell people block you.
I've had a few of those, just unread, ignored, and I'm like, all right.
Just remember, no one's ignoring you. They're just too busy to respond. But if you remind them 20 times, they will respond.
They'll respond one of two ways. They'll say blocked, or hey, let's talk about that, Nelson.
I've been meaning to text you, bro, but my dog died. I just got married. People have a lot going on, and I really do mean that, though, guys. Never just send one message. You got to follow up 5 times, actually, because people want to talk to you. They're not ignoring you. They're just busy. And if they don't get the ding right in front of them and they don't respond immediately, they're not going to do it in 2 hours. They're going to do something else. They forgot. So you just got to remind.
I say, Robert, the squeaky wheel gets grease.
The squeaky wheel gets the grease. I can point to this deal that we're looking at in Louisiana. He posted it in Apex one time. Nobody ever said a word to him. I saw his post. I ignored it. Then McKenna looks at his post and he's digging into it going, shit, we could make $1 million on this. And I'm like, well, we should look into it a little further. And then when we got a hold of the guy who had it, I'm telling the guy, I'm like, look, when you have a monster, you have to shout it from the rooftops to everyone who can hear it. And you just have to let people know. I say all the time, the money will find a great deal, but not if you just sit in the corner and go, I got a great deal. You've got to blast it out there that, hey, this is my deal. Look at my rendering. Here's the money that's there to be made. You got to really let people know it. So don't be shy. Put it out in Apex, put it out everywhere until you've either got it wholesaled or you've got it funded and you do a deal. So, and are you willing to put some money into this deal? What are you offering for if it was a partnership, if it wasn't going to be a wholesale deal? Are you looking for a hard money loan or are you looking for a partnership? What would that look like?
So I'm pretty much covered on the funding part of it.
You are fun. You're good then. If you have to close on it, you're good.
Yeah, exactly. If I have to close on it,
so then you just need to blast it to wholesale it to see if you can make money fast.
Exactly.
And then if you can't make money fast, you do the deal and you make even more money later. It's a good deal, Nelson.
It's yeah. Right now, I would rather go off, and this is something I kind of want to discuss on this platform. I'm sensing, it's all, you guys have seen probably in the news, the realtor chats or groups that were all in that recession is coming, and real estate prices are getting adjusted, and commercials getting hit first, and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of seeing a lot of that, and I was wondering if you guys are too. And I'm in the middle of this deal, my first deal, so obviously some not easy to do.
I think that obviously it hasn't hit Puerto Rico yet at the level that it's hit Florida. For me, what I'm seeing in housing in Florida is that it's slowed down and slightly it's holding steady or going down slightly, but it could get a little worse here. And if it does, then it'll start to affect the island. Commercial stuff, I don't know. Do you know Roberto Segui?
No.
Dude, Andres is on this chat.
Andreas. Okay, Andreas would be a great guy to talk to about that commercial stuff.
Yeah.
Andreas, actually, if you want to pop in here and say hi, we could bring you in.
I would say, Nelson, things that are over 600,000 are being a little difficult to sell, and it all depends where it's at too. anything under that's still moving. We should sold something for what was it, 250?
Yeah, and the other thing is, Nelson, while it may be hard to sell something right now that needs the big lift, that's been the story for Adon and I. Like, we've tried to sell the projects like you're doing, where, hey, we've got a great deal, you can make a ton of money, but you got to do all the work. And nobody has said yes to us yet, to the point where Adon's like, you can't wholesale something in Puerto Rico. I'm like, yes, you can. But
Yeah.
But if you fix it, they will buy it. And especially if you fix it and get it cash flowing. Selling the cash flowing stuff is just infinitely easier than selling the project that someone's got to actually go do the heavy lift. I mean, most of us are lazy. You look, if you've been here watching me do this 8 times, and the first time that I've said that I would go in on a deal with someone, the guy said he'll do everything. And put up half of the money.
I mean, a major advantage for you, Nelson, in difference to us, is we're trying to sell, either we're trying to wholesale it or we're fixing and trying to sell it. You can go to somebody and just say, hey, I'm trying to sell this and I can also fix it for you, and get it done for you. That's not our business, but that's yours. So,
and if you find a doctor who's in an office that's in the neighborhood that the building looks like shit and they don't own it and they're renting, but they've got a good practice, they'd be foolish not to buy that beautiful building once you're done with it, right?
Yep.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can put down all the renovation money as a down payment.
That's where the banks come in, and I'm like, okay, well, so one of the things that you guys talked about, if I were, we were to partner up, if I were looking for, financial partner here, it would be, for the improvement, and that would be around, I would say those are, well, I still don't have those 2 major factors in, which is electricity. And by the way, the electricity part, because I want to say it's $200K full, everything all in turnkey.
Yeah.
Brand new, everything, electricity, plumbing, everything. But the electricity part, one of the things is, so Luma, if you go after, past a certain kilowatts, I think they'll require a substation. Así que se dice subestación in English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so they'll require that, and that's, those start at, I guess, I don't know if you guys have dealt with this before. Those start around 40K probably each.
Yeah.
You're dealing with that right now, aren't you, in 609?
Yeah. For the second time. We did it once. We spent 30K or so. And then we figured out later that we didn't factor enough load. And so we're taking out our brand new substation and putting in a bigger substation. So we're, hey, you live and learn on this stuff. I'd never done it before in my life, but it's going to cost us all in about $80,000 because we did it twice. Yeah.
Yeah, but for your building, I wouldn't be too worried about it.
That's the thing. I wasn't either, but the electricians that have come in have said exactly what Robert's going through right now, and they're like, "Hey, I have gotten to take stuff down and put readjust because Luma keeps changing the rules and stuff." And they're scared to quote. I mean, I've been stuck in this consultation with Luma because the inspector has to go to the building, and it's been a 3-week process. It's about to be 3 weeks. Yeah.
And this is an electrician you trust and you used before?
Yeah. Well, I haven't personally used them before, but very, very well recommended from a friend of mine that has used them before. In his building, he has 2 elderly homes, so they're very. And by the way,
Nelson, the numbers I gave you on the substation, that's for an 8-story building, 35 units. Call it 40 units.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
So the likelihood is your building that you showed us in the rendering will never need a substation.
I don't think so.
That would be my number. I work in a factory. There's a substation there, but it's not. The buildings close to mine don't have a substation. They're all office buildings. They're bigger.
Wouldn't Luma have to add what's the thing they have on the light poles? It's not a substation. It's a
transformer.
Yeah, they would have that.
Yeah,
and that's on their side.
Maybe exactly, and that's on the second potter, right on the post. So that's I think it might be the meter bank. You know, the 5 meter bank. The thing is, if I say, okay, electrician, send me the quote as is right now with the design that you have, and I'll just submit this is my total funding, right, for repairs, including that quote, and then all of a sudden that quote changes, you know, not for $2,000 or $5,000, but a lot more, then I wouldn't be able to cover that.
Yeah, got it. All right.
But yeah, that's right.
Well, thanks for the update, man. The rendering.
No, thanks you guys, and then thanks for the advice. So you'll probably see me in my listing a lot more.
I hope that we see it everywhere, right? Like you should see it in all the WhatsApp chats, all the.
I wanted to have it ready. I wanted to have it ready.
Put it everywhere.